Hi everybody, it's Amy at Crafty Cat, and today we're going to do something a little different. I haven't received the journal that I ordered yet. It's a blank journal. It doesn't have anything in it, but we're going to use it for the next journal I'm going to make, which I will be using my autumn kit and this add-on, which is mostly these pockets. So I thought I would show you this because I just put this in the shop. It's 12 pages, so it's not a gigantic kit, but it can be added on to the autumn kit or just used on its own for autumn-y type journals. So anyway, there's the pockets and little feathers and things, feathers and leaves. And of course you can use these, you know, especially like some of these ones in any kind of journal really. So there's 5 pages of the pockets. It's a total of 25 pockets. I did have a couple that I made more than once just because these were the only ones I could find. And so I did different sizes. But there are like 2 pockets I think that got in the kit twice. So, and then there are 6 pages of backgrounds. And they match very well with the autumn kit. They're with the burlap in the background and all that kind of thing. Pumpkins and corn, leaves, feathers, all those kind of things. So yeah, really just an add-on. But of course, like I said, if you were making a Thanksgiving kit, this would be awesome for that without the other kit even. And then there's 1 page of tags. So that is that kit. Just wanted to show you guys. Today what we're going to do is, oh, and this is called Autumn Add-On. So if I didn't say that. So it's easy to remember. So I have a piece of packing paper. I don't think I need this whole piece. And what we're going to do is something that, you know, for a lot of us would seem like, wow, big, exciting, but I'm going to collage this and then cut it into strips. So you want it at least maybe as tall as a journal page, depending on what kind of journal you're going to do, just in case you want to add it onto the side of the pages. So if this were a journal page, you know, 1/2, something that you might add along the edge, or you know how sometimes when you're collaging or doing something and you're like, I just need like some cool decorative strip. So that's kind of what I'm thinking. We'll collage this and then you can cut them into whatever size strips if you want wider ones, skinny ones, whatever. A lot of people have done this, and like I think they call it faux washi. So yeah, it's that type of thing. Because I just keep having situations where I'm like, I really need just a strip or something like that, you know? And, you know, you can go dig through all your scraps and probably find one, but it's just, I don't know. It would just be nice to have them already made up. So I think I'm going to put long pieces kind of all going this way, and then when you cut it into strips, you'll kind of get a bit of each paper, if you see what I'm saying. I will ink because I like to ink. If you don't like to ink, you know, don't ink. So how's everybody? I hope you're all doing fantastic. I am doing well. Had kind of a busy morning, like always, really. I went for a walk this morning, though, and my husband had to get up early to go to work, which is insane because he already gets up really early. But anyhow, he woke me up. Not really meaning to, just did. So I went walking early, and the sun was coming up, and the sunrise was amazing. So that was pretty cool. I mean, the sun, it was mostly up because I won't go in the dark. But you know how it kind of, and it was cloudy and stuff, so it took a minute for it to really get going, really get shining today. And it's still not shiny because it's all cloudy, but oh, I did say packing paper. This is pretty thin, so that way you're not going to end up with super thick pieces. But if you want thicker pieces, then obviously you would want a thicker base paper. This is just from the Kids in Costumes digital, just to get some of that fall color in there. I think would be fun. And of course you can do these collage master boards, they call them, for anything, any colorway, any whatever. Just go for it and do whatever you feel like doing. And you don't have to overthink these, especially this type of collage page, because if you're doing strips, you're only going to get snippets of this and that. So really, you kind of just want to concentrate on maybe just getting different papers down. But it doesn't matter what order they're in. It just doesn't matter, because you're just going to cut it all up. And the same thing when you're doing these for tags or journaling cards or whatever the case may be. Try not to overthink it, because it'll just make you crazy, and there is no point in that. I'm just going to kind of do different lengths and whatever, so that they'll all be a little different. Yeah, like I've heard this called faux washi tape. You can do this on top of that sticker paper if you want them to be more like washi tape. I always end up gluing washi, so to me, doing it on a piece of paper works just as well. There's no point in getting crazy about the whole thing. At least that's what I find I have to do, is glue all the stuff anyway, so I might as well just do it on paper. So what are you guys all up to? I heard some people are saying they're on hurricane watch. Prayers and love to all of you. Oh, and all the people in California and even here in Idaho with the fires. Yikes. Like we had fires that were all small fires that have now conglomerated into one big, huge fire. So that's scary. But I always think about the firefighters and stuff, because, man, I mean, I know that's how they make their living, but day after day after day after, I mean, it's got to just be exhausting. I can't even imagine trying to figure out what's up and down on this. Yeah, so prayers going out to lots of people right now. And of course, I didn't mention it yesterday because I'm always filming ahead, but the whole 9/11 survivors and first responders and all of that. I always think about you guys on 9/11. It was traumatic for me, and I was all the way in Reno, Nevada, so I mean, that was the saddest, most incredibly awful time. But yeah. My daughter and I went to New York. She played cello, and she went with her orchestra group. And so we got to see the 9/11 memorial and stuff. And oh my gosh, that was so, all the parents, all of us were just bawling in there. It's just very emotional, because they have all the, like, phone calls playing and stuff, people looking for people, and oh my gosh, just all of it. It's just heart-wrenching. And then, of course, you have all your own memories, so. And, you know, the kids don't really get it. I mean, they get it, that it's awful, but you know what I'm saying. It doesn't hit them quite the same. I was actually pregnant with Aiden, my daughter, when that happened. So then it was terrifying, because I worked in a hospital at that time, and they were worried about all those anthrax envelopes being mailed, and just, I mean, there was so much going on, and nobody knew what was going to happen next. And I know y'all remember if you were not a super young person then or whatever. It was traumatizing. And I didn't even lose anybody, so it's just incredibly awful. And then I went through a whole bout of insomnia after that, and oh my gosh, yeah, it was a lot. A lot of stuff. Never suffered with insomnia to that point in my life. I feel like once you start suffering from insomnia, you can't, it's hard to get rid of it. I don't know, maybe it's just an aging thing. I mean, I'm sure, why not? It messes up everything else. And I'll just go all the way to the end with that. Like I said, you don't need to be picky. Just get some paper down. You can always add things to them too. If you put it on whatever and you're like, oh, it still needs something. But a lot, you know, you're not even going to see a lot of it. It's because it's just going to be the snippet of the color or whatever. So, that's not that sticky. I only used it once. But yes. Crazy world we live in. Just gets crazier and crazier, it seems. Oops, that's kind of crooked. I'm getting all wrinkly here. Anyways, I don't have a lot of things to talk about today. I don't know why. I think my big exciting thing for the week was that Aiden came on Sunday and Theron came on Monday. It was like, oh my gosh, you get to see both the kids. It's like the best ever. When you have adult kids, you're like, oh, yay. So funny. But Aiden's good. She's back working. She has been for a while. She just had to get to the point where she wasn't testing positive anymore. That was her biggest waiting thing. And she still has that tickly little bit of a cough, you know, that just every once in a while gets you. But, I mean, she's fine. Darn COVID. Stuff's brutal. As far as that cough goes, because it just won't quit. It's just relentless. I'll do a short one. This is just paper that I splattered ink and Tim Holtz sprays and all that on. And I think it might be a tiny bit. I think I sprayed coffee on it because it didn't like go all the way through. So I think it just spritzed with coffee and then has paint is the black and white splatters. The gold is ink. And then the brown in the background there is the Tim Holtz. So that's fun to do. I need to do that again, actually, because I haven't done it in a while. I think this is my last piece like this. And it is fun to have and, you know, use here and there because it does add that little bit of sparkle. Sparkly, sparkly. And you can add other things to it too. This piece of paper just got munched in my scrap bin, so we're just gonna tear away and glue it down. It'll be fine. So yeah, don't be precious about this and think, oh, that piece doesn't really look right there or any of that, because it's just all going to get chopped up. I know it's easy to do because I overthink things a lot. Someone mentioned, I don't remember which one of you it was, but in the comments, which thank you for comments. I so appreciate that. Oh, speaking of that, hugs and blessings to Mary, Chris Craft, and Lori. Love you guys. Thank you so much for your kind comments. Thank you for watching. Any activity helps immensely. So what was I saying? Oh my goodness. Oh, somebody commented that I make it look easy, you know, when I make something. And then she said, but you don't show the preparation that goes into it. And it's like, yeah, because that would take hours of you guys watching me go, no, yes, let me go dig for something for an hour, you know, looking for stuff that you know you have. And yeah, it's always a process. None of these videos get made just in the time that I'm on. There's always, what am I going to use? Need to get it out. You know, there's always that. Even for something simple like this, you still got to get stuff together to make it happen and all of that. So I am very appreciative when you appreciate it. That's what I'll say about that. Because sometimes we think it just happens, and it doesn't. It's a process. I want to put this because it's got the little leaf punch out. Wouldn't that be kind of fun? It'd probably just get sliced, and who cares, but that might be kind of fun. I don't really want to cover up that flower so much. Yeah, I wish it just all happened miraculously. That'd be great, wouldn't it? I don't know. I like the flower, but even though you probably won't see the flower, I could just kind of put it like that. That would work. Yeah, so anyways, that was very nice. It does not happen fast. Especially the bigger projects, like a lot of times I saw it in Somerset Studio Magazine and the challenges and things like that, because things are so specific, you know what I mean? And so finding all the parts and pieces often is very tricky. I'll have to put some there, but that's not a big deal. You can go back and do that after. This is from an old Sears Roebuck, talking about underwear. Winter underwear. Gotta get your long underwear ready. In the places where you need it. We have needed it here when we were doing band, that's for sure. There are times when it's like, oh my goodness. It is chilly. The problem with the band competition thing, all you parents know if you have kids who did that, is that, I think I'm going to just tear a skinny piece of this. When you're there all day long, a lot of the time for band competitions. It's not just like a soccer game or something like that you go to and the game's over and you go. It's like a marathon. So if you're freezing for an entire day. That was the one downfall of that. I was actually very happy when my daughter started college. My son played in marching band too, but he was not interested in doing it in college. But anyway, when she started it in college, I was very happy because really you just go to the football game and then see him play at halftime. And if it's too miserable, you can leave after halftime. So that was actually much easier to deal with. Maybe I'll put a piece of this down here. And my thing is, once I start shivering, I can't stop until I get, you know, like hot shower, under a blanket, something like that. And so it's misery. I just shiver for like 6 straight hours. It's a good workout. I'm such a chihuahua anyway, I'm telling you. Nervous Nelly. And I'm one of those people that can't ever stop moving. So even if I'm sitting, I have a foot, you know, bouncing or something. My husband's always like, stop. It's like, sorry. I don't even realize I'm doing it. So add shivering to that. It's good stuff. All right, I think I'll take another piece of that and put it over here, just so we can move that around. That way you get it in multiple places when you're chopping up your paper. I think it's that, well, anxiety. And my brain never stops. So I think it's just that. It's just that constant. It's hard for me to sit still. That's why when we watch TV, I'm always doing something else, because I can't just sit and watch TV. That drives me bonkos. Every once in a while I will. If it's a show I really like, I will stop and, you know, focus for 30 minutes or something. Oh, I have a piece of, I could use another piece of this. It's kind of Christmassy, but those are those Amazon cheapy. But they're great for collage. And the color of this one's very good. Why crafting is good for me, because it's very therapeutic. Keeps me brain busy. Oh wait, there's some scraps. Oh, is it? Yeah, oh, that'll work. Yeah, my daughter had a friend who at school or anywhere could just fall asleep. And just anywhere. Just, I'm kind of wondering if she was a little bit narcoleptic, but anyway, that's another story. But I just always thought, man, that would be so nice in a way. I mean, not that you always just want to sleep anywhere, but I'm just saying, because I can barely go to sleep in bed at night. I can't imagine being that relaxed. just out in the world and just fall asleep, you know. I always told my daughter, watch out for her, because it's kind of dangerous. But she's always fine. So. Unfortunately, my daughter's like I am. She struggles sleeping sometimes too. I think I'll just continue that on there. Sorry, just a lot of blah, blah, blah today. It's just my brain doing its thing. Let's use... I just want to find scrappy bits for this. I do get sucked in a bit when I am collaging. I know I tend to talk a whole lot because I just get involved in it. I still didn't get that fall feeling this morning when I walked, though. Even though it's cooled down a bit, I still have that feeling of like it's not the crispness yet in the air. If you know, you know. I'm just going to take a piece of this. Put the color. But we are supposed to cool down a bit and get some rain, which I'm praying for, because that would really help the firefighters and everybody out. I'm just going to put this in a few spots. It's that Tim Holtz tissue. And then, like I said, you can cut these in big strips, small strips, however you feel. I want this whole piece. Yeah, I think I will. Maybe we'll put it up higher. It'd probably be better going the other direction, but that's okay. Sorry if you hear my stomach, it's making noise. Apologize. Oh no, I thought I missed the glue spot, but I didn't. So you guys excited for football season or any of that? Anybody football fans? I really just like college football. I don't really care about any of the other. But I do like college football. But it's not going to be the same this year without the band stuff. It'll be very odd. I mean, we'll probably still go to a few games, but it's just not going to be the same. All right, so now we'll just cut it into strips after I have a sip of Pepsi. Sorry, that's my... I have to have one of those every so often. All right. I think I'm just going to not worry about necessarily measuring. I'm just going to cut it. Try to cut it straight. It's tricky because my piece of paper isn't even straight. So see, you're just going to get a little snippet of everything. But I think those will be really fun to put here and there as decorative bits. And of course, you don't have to cut the whole thing for, you know, you can just keep it for when you need a bit. So you can do skinny ones. That's why it doesn't matter where, I think I will flip it over now. It doesn't matter where you put stuff because you're only going to get that little teeny view of it. And it's really more about the color. So it's kind of like do the collage in colors that you want for whatever you're doing. Because you're not going to really see like that's a flower or anything. But I like that. I think those are going to be fun to have. So we can do like an inch. Do some more skinnier ones. I'm just going to cut the whole thing because I've got it here. And that way I'll just have it ready to go. Do a wide one in case you wanted to do a tuck maybe along the edge of a page. Oh, I want this whole leaf. I am gonna try to get that. Skinnier ones. I know it is kind of sad days as you cut it up because you're like, you know, all that. And then you just slice it all into slices. But I think in the end, I will be very happy because I can do different things with these or just use them to decorate pockets or whatever I decide. I just know there are many times when I think, I just need a strip of something right there. I don't know if you guys do that. But see, won't those be fun? And you just glue them on. Some of them are very crooked. I'm sure you're shocked. I know I am. I like that leaf though. I'm going to fix that right there. And then, you know, if you're like, oh, it's kind of boring right here, put something there. Put a piece of lace or fabric or, you know, a cool leaf or whatever. You don't have to leave them just like this. This is just your starting point, right? Where you can start to create further with. But yeah, see, that's exactly that kind of thing. Because I just think I need a strip. that's what I wanted to do today. So I hope you guys give it a try. Not that you haven't probably done a million collage masterboards, but anyways, just a little something different from me anyway. I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day, and I will see you soon. Love ya. Bye.